Liverpool have given a sellout Anfield crowd plenty to celebrate after a 2-0 home win over Burnley. Let's have a look at the second goal first of all, Michael. You're at the touch table. It was a great team goal, this, from your former...
Yeah, it was, Manish. It was a fantastic goal. Just to set the scene, you've got the back four, of course, of Burnley, and then the midfield four and the two. So there's the 4-4-2 of Burnley. No surprise there. They're not out of position, but it's a brilliant goal. Started off from Virgil van Dijk, and the best thing about it, as me and Owen mentioned before the start of the game, if I just pause it there, we saw examples of this diagonal ball that he plays and that he's so good at. The other thing that we mentioned is when Liverpool have got Van Dijk in their team, their full-backs are far braver. Look at that. You know, two players there in advanced position, so they are a lot braver. And if we run it on for the pinpoint ball again from Van Dijk, again, let's go back to Burnley. They're not in a bad position here. You look at it here, and you've got your back four here, and then you've got Liverpool's front four in many ways is here. So 4 against 4, it's not ideal, but where the problem lies is here. And I just think that without Virgil van Dijk in the team, I think that Trent is probably going to be in a position around there. That's where he would have been last season. But with this season, and of course with Van Dijk back, he's just got that confidence to get forward. He knows there's going to be pinpoint balls going in. If we just roll it forward a little bit, I just want to bring your attention to this man here, Tarkowski. And he spots early on that this is a problem for him. He's seeing that, and it should have been picked up by one of the midfield runners. I'm sure Owen Hargreaves was having kittens when he was watching it. No one tracking the midfield runners. And he makes the mistake, I think, of actually going out to press Trent. He tries to stop it at source, and if we just roll it forward, you see he goes out, he leaves his man, he leaves Sadio Mane, and then all of a sudden he's got all the space in the world for a quite exquisite finish. It's a brilliant goal from start to front, from back to front. Van Dijk starting it with a lovely switch of play, and then it's all happened so fast. And as soon as you get out of position, it's almost like a domino effect. What a finish as well at the end from Sadio Mane.
There's so much to like about this goal, isn't there, Owen? Not only the distribution, as Michael quite rightly points out, but that touch and his involvement, Harvey Elliott. What about that assist?
Everything about it. The weight of the ball from Van Dijk, the weight of the ball from Harvey Elliott, the weight of the ball from Alexander-Arnold. This is what top players do. They pass appreciation. They think about who's going to get it next. So the weight of it is good. Everything about that goal was Liverpool at its absolute finest. And Mo's right. Trent Alexander-Arnold, one of the best creators in the world of football. Get him higher up the pitch. Get him closer to that front four. Plus, with Firmino not playing, they seem to interchange positions more. You saw Harvey Elliott on the right-hand side. Yeah. Mane was inside. Jota was on the left. So they become very dangerous to pick up. And I think when they play like that with Van Dijk back there, then they're going to be tough to stop.
There was almost a glimpse as well there, Manish, I felt. As a lot of people say that, why doesn't Trent Alexander-Arnold play in midfield? There was a glimpse there, because he did when he was at the academy many years ago. He used to play there. And the way he had that picture, he knew where Mane was. It almost was a glimpse of a midfielder's vision, really. Yeah. It just showed you that, actually, he has got that creativity in more advanced positions.
And do you agree with Owen, actually, by having Jota down the middle instead of a Firmino, it actually makes their attacking lineup far less predictable?
Yes, I mean, he's a bit younger, isn't he? I think they both play in many ways in a certain way. You know, he likes dropping off into the hole, so does Firmino. It's a similar type, but I just think you've got a younger, fresher player. He also scores a lot of headers. For a small guy, he scores an awful lot of headers and nips in perfect timing of runs. And when he gets in as well, he's a good header of the ball. So I think I would hasten to say he's a better version. He's a younger version and someone to carry the can maybe for a few years to come.
Well, what a return to the 11 then for Virgil van Dijk. Back in the lineup, of course, after his 8-month absence. 2 wins, 2 clean sheets. This is his part in today's game. He was highly influential, wasn't he?
He is. I mean, he's just a dominant player, whether it's in his own box or launching attacks himself. I mean, we saw the second goal that he had a big hand in, but he always fills positions. He never feels if he's stretched. He's always in control. It's another step up from his game last week. And just bear in mind, he's been out for, you know, a year of football with a really bad injury. And he's not a young player, or he's not a player that's got not much weight going through his joints. This is a big lump of a man. He had to get back, you know, really, really fit. And it looks as if the medical team and him himself has done a really, really good job of that. But it's an acid test next time. I mean, he's played against Norwich, he's played against Burnley.
Yeah.
The acid test is probably next week.
Yeah, Chelsea and a certain Lukaku, possibly.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't think Virgil van Dijk worries about anyone. You know, I think people game plan more for Virgil van Dijk, as Mo said before the game, what Eddie Howe saying about in terms of the switch of play, his ability to pass the ball. That was a perfect game for him. Big physical presence in Burnley, deal with that physical side. But I don't think Van Dijk is going to have to worry about anyone. And just getting those 90 minutes into his legs is going to be a lot better for that game.
All right, let's hear from the man himself. Here is Virgil van Dijk.
A clean sheet, a full house here at Anfield.
Hey, Shawnee.
How exactly are you feeling right now?
Positive. No, yeah, it feels good. It feels good to see everyone back. The atmosphere was outstanding. You know, and to play, you know, Premier League football with the fans again is just something that should be normal again. And hopefully it's going to be normal from now on. So yeah, we won. Early kickoff, so it's nice to watch the rest of the weekend.
I know you've done this before in terms of the full house at Anfield, but it has been a long while for everyone. Did you need to adjust for that in terms of everything that goes with it here at Anfield?
No, not at all. I think it's just something you should, you know,
I know you should, but it's not that
no,
easy,
I think it
is
happens as well. Obviously, we all looked forward to today. You know, see all the fans outside already before we arrived. Then, obviously, with the warm-up, you know, give you the extra buzz to perform as good as you can. And obviously, we're still in the early stage of the season. There's still a lot to improve. But, you know, to win the first 2 games is important. And also, the goals we scored and the clean sheet we kept, even they come through in the end a couple of times. But, you know, there's things to build on and also things to be positive about.
And just finally, because I know I'm getting you even wetter than it was during the match there, but we spoke about your comeback last week. Jordan Henderson came back in today. Joe Gomez got a cameo right at the end there. Does it feel like you're moving further and further in the right direction?
Hopefully, you know, I think, you know, in football anything can happen. We've seen that last season especially. But we're working hard all together. We don't take it for granted that we are getting fitter and fitter, and hopefully we can stay fit. You know, things can change overnight, so we see last year. But, you know, we're not thinking about that. We're thinking about the work we put in during the week and to progress as a team and hopefully get good results. So that's the only thing we focus upon.
Good man.
It's been a perfect return to the 11 for Virgil van Dijk. For Harvey Elliott making his full Premier League debut for Liverpool, what did you think of his performance? Confident young man. You know, for an 18-year-old, his bravery to get on the ball. We saw it for the goal that he created, which was disallowed. Salah being offside. He has confidence on the ball, and normally he plays off the right-hand side, with it coming inside on his left foot. Today he played central, and he looked comfortable. And to say that for an 18-year-old kid to play with these players and be that comfortable, created opportunities, created a goal which was disallowed. He looks like he's going to be a fabulous player this season.